Ladies and gentlemen, heartbreak is painful, but what if I told you that you have the power to turn the tables? If you've ever wanted someone to regret losing you, to chase after you, and to beg for another chance, you're in the right place. Confidence is magnetic. When you truly embrace your worth, you naturally draw people toward you, including the person who once took you for granted. Elevating your value isn't about making him jealous or proving a point. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, independent of anyone else's validation. When you shift your energy from seeking external approval to cultivating inner confidence, you become someone people can't help but notice and admire. The first step to elevating your value is investing in yourself. This means prioritizing personal growth in every aspect: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Ask yourself, who do I want to be? And start taking steps toward becoming that person. Develop new skills, explore hobbies, and immerse yourself in activities that make you feel alive. The more you expand your world, the more intriguing and dynamic you become. People are naturally drawn to those who exude passion and excitement for life. If you've always wanted to take a dance class, start a business, or travel, now is the time. When you focus on growth, you build an energy that is attractive to everyone around you. Your physical presence also plays a significant role in how you are perceived. This isn't about conforming to beauty standards, but rather embracing the best version of yourself. Taking care of your health, dressing in a way that makes you feel confident, and carrying yourself with poise all contribute to an irresistible aura. When you prioritize self-care, you send a subconscious message that you respect and value yourself, and in turn, others begin to do the same. A woman who takes care of herself radiates confidence, and confidence is one of the most powerful forms of attraction. Beyond appearance, your mindset is the foundation of your value. If you constantly seek validation from others, including the man you lost, you give away your power. Instead, shift your focus inward. Start recognizing your own worth without needing someone else to confirm it. The moment you stop looking for approval and instead embrace self-love, you become unstoppable. A person who knows their worth doesn't beg for attention. They naturally command it. Social life is another crucial aspect of elevating your value. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you creates a vibrant energy that is impossible to ignore. When you have a fulfilling life filled with genuine connections, exciting experiences, and meaningful conversations, your presence becomes magnetic. No one wants to feel like they are the center of someone else's world. They want to be a part of something amazing. When your life is rich and fulfilling on its own, he will begin to feel like he's missing out. Emotional resilience is equally important. A strong woman doesn't break when things don't go her way. She adapts, grows, and becomes even stronger. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, use the pain of the breakup as fuel for transformation. Healing is a process, but instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can learn from the experience. Every heartbreak holds a lesson, and when you extract wisdom from it, you evolve. A woman who grows through her pain instead of being consumed by it becomes an undeniable force. One of the most powerful ways to elevate your value is by mastering emotional control. If you react impulsively to every situation, you give away your power. Instead of seeking revenge or trying to manipulate him into missing you, simply detach. Let him see that his presence or absence does not define your happiness. The moment he realizes that you are unaffected by his actions, he will start to question his own decisions. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude a sense of self-assuredness, who don't need constant reassurance, and who can walk away if they are not treated right. Another key to becoming irresistible is developing a sense of mystery. The less predictable you are, the more intriguing you become. If he knows exactly what you're doing at all times, where's the excitement? Instead of broadcasting your every move, allow some mystery to build. Let him wonder what's keeping you busy, why you're glowing, and why you seem happier than ever. When you stop being an open book, people become more curious about you. Lastly, elevate your standards and enforce your boundaries. When you have high standards, you naturally command respect. People treat you the way you allow them to. So if you've accepted less than you deserve in the past, now is the time to change that. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate. When a woman has strong boundaries, she becomes a challenge, and challenges are attractive. By becoming your best self, prioritizing personal growth, embracing confidence, and setting high standards, you naturally elevate your value. When you thrive independently, you shift the power dynamic. Instead of you wanting him back, he will be the one questioning how he ever let you go. The moment he sees you glowing, unbothered, and living your best life without him, he won't be able to resist the urge to come back. But by then, you may realize that you don't even want him anymore. People value what they must work for, and nothing makes a person desire something more than the fear of losing it. When you withdraw your attention, you create space for curiosity, longing, and regret to grow in his mind. The more available you are, the more he takes your presence for granted. But when you step back, you suddenly become a mystery, and mystery is one of the most powerful forces in attraction. The key to making him crave your presence again is to make your absence felt. In the aftermath of a breakup, emotions often run high, and the instinct for many is to chase, explain, or seek closure. However, the more you try to pull him back into your life, the more he feels in control. If he knows that he can have you whenever he wants, he won't feel the urgency to fight for you. The goal here isn't to play games, but to shift the dynamic so that he begins to feel the weight of your absence. When you withdraw your attention, you create a space where he must come to terms with what life feels like without you. The first step in creating this effect is going completely silent. No text, no calls, no social media interactions. If you've been the one initiating conversations, stop immediately. The sudden change in behavior will make him notice. He might not react right away, but over time, the lack of your presence will begin to stir something within him. He will wonder why you've stopped reaching out, why you no longer seem interested, and whether you've moved on. The moment he starts asking those questions, he has already begun missing you. Social media is a powerful tool in this process, but it must be used wisely. Instead of posting sad quotes or emotional rants, shift your focus to subtle, confident updates that show you're thriving. Share moments of you enjoying life, whether it's traveling, trying new hobbies, or simply having a great time with friends. The goal is not to make him jealous, but to make him wonder. When he sees that you are not sitting around waiting for him, his perception of you begins to change. He starts to question whether losing you was a mistake, and that's exactly where you want him to be. Another crucial aspect of withdrawing your attention is resisting the urge to respond immediately when he does reach out. If he sends a message, don't jump to reply within seconds. Instead, take your time. Make him wonder what you're doing, why you're not instantly available, and whether you're even thinking about. The longer the gap between his message and your response, the more anticipation and curiosity you create. He needs to feel that you are no longer an easy option, that he has to earn your attention. If you do interact with him, keep your conversations light and short. Avoid diving into emotional discussions about the past. Instead, be friendly but detached. Let him feel that your world no longer revolves around him. This subtle shift in your energy is powerful. It tells him that he is no longer your priority, and that realization alone will make him want to regain your attention. Mystery plays a significant role in attraction. When he knew everything about your life, there was no reason for him to be curious. But now every unanswered question will pull him closer. He will start noticing the changes in you, the newfound confidence, the happiness that doesn't involve him. This is where the tables turn. The less predictable you are, the more he will crave to understand what's going on in your life. It's important to maintain your boundaries and not fall into the trap of giving him what he wants too soon. If he starts to reach out more often, take it as a sign that your absence is working. But instead of rushing to welcome him back with open arms, let him prove that he genuinely wants to be in your life again. The moment you make yourself fully available, you lose the power you gained. He needs to feel that winning you back is not automatic, that he must earn his place in your life. During this time, focus on yourself. True detachment happens when you shift your energy away from waiting for him to come back and toward building a life that fulfills you. If he sees that you are genuinely happy, that your life is moving forward without him, he will realize that he is missing out on something valuable. The key is not to fake this transformation, but to truly embrace it. When you genuinely become someone who is content and thriving, you naturally become more attractive. Men are wired to pursue When something feels too easy, they don't feel the urgency to chase it. But when something valuable starts slipping away, their instincts kick in. By withdrawing your attention, you activate that part of him that wants to reclaim what he lost. However, by the time he realizes this, you will have changed. You will no longer be the person who waited around, hoping for his attention. Instead, you will be someone who has risen above the pain, someone who knows their worth, and someone who now has the power to decide if he is even worthy of coming back. This process is not about manipulation. It's about reclaiming your power. When you create space, you allow him to feel the impact of your absence. When you stop seeking his attention, you shift the balance of attraction. And when you finally decide to engage again, it will be on your terms. The goal is not just to make him miss you, but to make him realize that he had something truly special and that getting it back is no longer guaranteed. When a relationship ends, it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting to prove your worth to the person who left. But the truth is, the most powerful thing you can do is not to chase, not to plead, and certainly not to lower your standards just to win him back. Instead, the key to making him regret losing you is to set high standards and make him work for any chance of re-entering your life. People only truly value what they have to earn, and the moment you become too easy to have, you lose your allure. By raising your standards and refusing to settle, you not only regain your power, but also become infinitely more attractive. Many people make the mistake of thinking that by being overly accommodating, by constantly showing love and devotion, they can convince someone to stay. However, this approach often has the opposite effect. If he knows that he can come back whenever he pleases without putting in any effort, he will never truly appreciate you. What makes something desirable is the sense that it is rare, that it must be pursued, and that it is not available to just anyone. When you start to embody this mindset, you shift the entire dynamic. The first step in setting high standards is recognizing your own value. If you don't believe that you deserve the best, you will accept less than you are worth. This means setting boundaries and sticking to them. If he wants to come back into your life, he has to prove that he deserves to be there. He must show consistent effort, respect, and commitment, not just occasional moments of affection when it's convenient for him. Too often, people accept breadcrumbs of attention, thinking that any small sign of interest is enough. But when you demand more, you command more. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to win someone back is making it too easy. If he messages you out of the blue, don't instantly respond with enthusiasm. If he suggests meeting up, don't drop everything to accommodate his schedule. Instead, let him feel that your time is valuable. If he wants to see you, he must plan ahead. If he wants to talk, he must make an effort to keep the conversation meaningful. By doing this, you teach him that you are not someone who is available at his convenience. You show him that if he truly wants another chance, he has to work for it. Raising your standards also means being clear on what you will and won't accept. If he was inconsistent in the past, that cannot be tolerated now. If he took you for granted before, he must now prove through actions, not just words, that he has changed. Many people will say what they think you want to hear, but words mean nothing without consistent behavior. Setting high standards means not being swayed by temporary gestures or empty promises. It means expecting more and refusing to settle for anything less than real, meaningful change. Confidence plays a crucial role in all of this. When you truly believe that you are a high-value person, you naturally command more respect. Confidence is magnetic, and people are drawn to those who know their worth. When he sees that you are no longer the same person who was desperate for his attention, it will intrigue him. He will begin to wonder what changed, why you are no longer seeking his validation, and whether he even has a chance with you anymore. That shift in power is what makes him realize that if he wants you back, he has to step up. Attraction thrives on challenge. When something is easily attained, it loses its appeal. If he thinks that he can return to your life without making any effort, he won't value the opportunity. But if he sees that winning you back requires consistency, patience, and real change, he will either rise to meet your standards or walk away. And if he walks away, that's a clear sign that he was never willing to put in the effort required to build something real. That in itself is a gift because it saves you from wasting time on someone who doesn't truly deserve you. By setting high standards, you also set an example for how you expect to be treated in all aspects of life. It's not just about him, it's about knowing what you will accept in friendships, in work, and in your own personal growth. When you hold yourself to a high standard, you naturally attract people who respect and appreciate that. And if he sees that you are now surrounded by people who treat you with the love and care you deserve, he will realize that he can no longer get away with giving you anything less. One of the most powerful things you can do is show him that your life is moving forward, with or without him. You are not sitting around waiting for him to come back. You are focusing on your goals, your happiness, and your personal growth. When he sees that you are thriving, that you have high expectations for yourself and those around you, he will either rise to meet those expectations or realize that he is no longer on your level. Either way, you win. Setting high standards is not about playing games or manipulating someone into wanting you. It is about respecting yourself enough to demand what you truly deserve. It is about recognizing that love should never be about begging or proving your worth to someone. Instead, it should be about mutual effort, respect, and admiration. When you elevate your standards, you don't just make him work for a place in your life. You ensure that only those who are truly deserving ever get that chance.